Ready? All right. Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Israelite Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Yahanna. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Saturday. That's right. We are in the building. It is the Sabbath service, you understand, where we go over the scriptures of the Old Testament, teaching our people the history, you understand, and the morals concerning these scriptures and concerning our history and how it relates to our people to today's time. Understand? All right. And with that, Sabbath service will begin. All right. Imagine. Power star. State your registry. Mawasar, Banya Howler, Banya Charlotte.
Mawasar.
What? Slaki? Sword? Mawasar.
Banya Howler, Banya Charlotte.
Yabashim Yashabakata.
Yabashim Yashabakata.
Banya Charlotte. No? Trumpet. Trumpet. Right? Majin means to stand. Pakwadam means to face the east. So.
In the Lord prayer in Hebrew, Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malapaka, Daba'a, Razaka, Ayah, Asha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Lathayinawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kawapiyanawa, Kasalakinawa, Kawapiyanawa, Wala'a, Daba'a, Slakin, Daba'a, not the flow. Daba'a, Nawa,
Tabayavanawa.
Banasai one. Abal. Ashayana. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Laka.
Amalakwa.
Waha Allah. Wahata Para. La'ai. Walayom. Aman.
Aman. This is the prayer. This is the Lord's prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Here's the power in Hebrew. Yahanna Shah. Baba Shah. Latino. Akap. La Para. Cal Mal Kala. Cal Madawa. Hakap. La Tahar. Ha Matazarayam. Akap. La Ha Koyam. Hamatayam. Hakap. Al Rakawath. Hamatala. Lagarashan. Bashim Yahshai. The Waterman.
This is the prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name Yahweh. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. Power to cleanse the lepers. Power to raise the dead. Power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. Name Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahshai. Barak la Nawa. Why Yasham? Why Yashakala? Why Bayas. Shaparium. Bashim. Yahushai. Waterman.
This is the prayer to bless Israel in the English. Yahweh. In the name Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name Yahweh. Thank you. So be it.
Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha.
Ayanya.
Al. Aharium. Mayathan. Yabaa. Azaria.
Ain.
Yahweh. Asha. Shemayim. Warataza. Alathan. Lamawat. Regalica. Al Nanawam. Shamar.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes to the hill. From which cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel I was thy keeping. I was thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not sleep by day, nor the moon by night. The house shall preserve thee from all evil. Thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore.
You go Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Damayaka. Al Dakarash. Wa Al Dashquat. Al Yahanna. Ha Wayapika. Ha Yama Yawan.
Yawan.
Sorry. Ya Ma Yawan. Raj. El Amika. I Yawan. Ya I Raya Wa. Okay. Sauda. Wada. Watazwa. Altazwa Amara. Lakatwa. Lakakia. Barya. Waka Roswa. Alhaya. One. Waya Shemai. Allah. Young. Mawa Abba. Wa Garium. Gal. Wa Aimawan. Wa Aimalak. Halashah. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gum Ashwar. Ladawar. Ma'aim. Hi Yawar. Zarai. Labanyan Lawat. Selah. Ashar Laham. Kayapyan. Kasaya. Sarai. Kayapyan. Banakal. Kwawashwan. Nashadamwa. Ayan Da'ira. Hayawa. Daman. La'a Dama. Shayat Damwa. Nada. Nada. Ya. Mawa. Kara. Wa Kazaapa. Wa Kazabak. Wa Katazao. Manai. Cow. Cow that's a Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayar Ashar. Nalawa. Af. Nanawa. Alhayam. Shawadawa. Kagalu. Kakwash. Lapanya. Rakar. Ka'ash. Da'ira. Wa Kala'apa. Dalahat. Ha Rayam. Khan. The right. The Radampa. Yeah. So. But Bashar area. Wabasa. Avnapashka. The Bar Long. The Long. Malar. Palaham. Kuala Wa'a. Shah. Shamka. Yahoo. Yabashwa. Wa'ai. Ba'alia. Ba'alia. Ai. Wa'ai Kapara. Wa'ai Abadwa. Wa'ya Da'ayu. Kaya Hada. Shamarka. Yahoo. Labaika. Allah Yawan. Al Kalha. Ar Rataza.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
And consulted
against thy hidden one.
against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come
Come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them
from
off.
being a nation.
From being a
In
nation.
the name of Israel,
In the name of Israel.
may be no more
Maybe no more.
in remembrance.
In remembrance.
But they have consulted together
But they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against
the
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacle of Edom
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur also joined with
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Selah,
Selah.
do unto them
Do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to
as
Sisera,
to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon,
as to Kishon,
which perished they didn't know it.
which perished in
They
the
became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rib,
Make their nobles like a red,
like Zeeb.
like the Eve.
Hey,
Yea,
all their princes,
all the princes,
as Zabah,
as Zabah,
and as Amunah,
and as Amunah,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to
the
ourselves
house of Yahweh
the house of Yahweh
in possession.
in possession.
All my power,
All my power.
make them like a wheel,
Make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as they stumble before the
as
wind,
the fire burneth for wood,
as the fire burneth the
and as
wood,
the flame set the mountains on fire.
as the flames set the mountains on
So
fire.
persecute them
So persecute
with
them
thy tempest,
with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid
and make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with
that they
shame,
may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled
and troubled
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
over all the earth.
of all the earth.
Sorry. Shabi, please be seated. Clap it up. I'm sorry, Christ. I'm sorry, Christ. Pastor Doc, can you go ahead and do the intro as far as the announcements, class, schedules, and whatnot? Come. Once again, this is the Sabbath service. You understand? Start out 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York, under command of Yahanna since 1969. You understand? With Sabbath service, again, we come here to learn of our history, learn of the scriptures concerning the Old Testament, and also seeing how the scriptures from back then relate to our people to today's time. You understand? With Sabbath service, we also have other classes throughout the week. On Monday, we have history class. Tuesday, we have brotherhood class. Wednesday is the law class, especially where we like to focus on the commandments again and how they affect our people to today's time. And then Thursday, we have scripture breakdown class where we watch the generals. And on Friday, we go over the Lashawan Kodash, or the Holy Tongue, where we learn how to read, write, and speak Hebrew, one word and one scripture at a time. That I am preaching officer of 500, Adar Amath, and to my left, in the middle, we have Trooper Marsar, and the head for today, preaching officer of 1,000, Akats.
Most high, clap it up. Like the brother said, welcome to the Sabbath service, man, where we give you back your culture, understand? We give you back your culture. We're a group of people who's lost, and we're trying to find our way back. The only way we can find our way back is to be given the truth.
Right.
The truth according to the Bible. And the truth according to the Bible, who knows what the truth is according to the Bible? Who knows? Go ahead, brother. We are the people of the Bible. Clap it up for them. Good man. Absolutely. Black, Hispanics, Native Indians are the true people of the Bible. Not the little pale-faced Jewish man that's walking around right now over in our land, but the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Indians who's in the ghetto, the barrios, in the neighborhoods of East Harlem, New York, Philly, all them places right there. Those are where your prophets going to come from, and those are our people. You understand? Now, we've been spread out through the four corners of the earth, so our people are everywhere. Our people are in Germany. Our people are in all the different sides of the world, our people, because we've been spread across the whole face of the earth, the four corners of the earth, north, south, east, west. Our people has been spreading.
Right.
They did a good job of separating us, spreading us out, and trying to divide us. But we know, according to the Bible, said we got to come together. We got to gather ourselves together, and get together and not vote for our oppressor.
Right.
And we got to actually rely on each other.
Right.
We got to come under one I.S.U.P.K, under Commander General Yahanna, get together and have him lead us to where we need to be at. You understand?
Okay.
All right. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and if you got your swords, turn it to, I believe we got Deuteronomy 12 and was it 14 or 7?
15, sir.
15. Most High in
Okay.
Christ. Deuteronomy 12 and 15, and we'll read the first 7 verses in the Hebrew.
Okay.
All right.
So I go ahead and read it, sir.
You good.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 12, verse 15, in the Hebrew. Rock, Bakal, Hawaf, the Pashka, Tazabak, Wa'akaltha, Bashar, Kabarakta, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Ashar, Nathan, Lakah, Bakal, Sha'iraka, Hatabah, Watahar, Ya'a, Kalanwa, Ka Tazabah, Wa Kazab, Wa Tazab, Ya, Wakal Ya, verse 16, Rock, Hadam, La'a, La'akalwa, Al, Ha'aratazab, La'shapat, Kana, Washafa Kanwa, Kalmayum, verse 17, La'a, La'wakal, La'akal, La'sha'aryaka, Ma'ashar, Da Ganah, Daganka, Wata Ya Rashka, Waya Taza Haraka, Wabarakta, Wakwarka, Wataza Anka, Wakal, Nadaryaka, Ashar, Nadar, Wanadabathyaka, Rathawangyaka. It's like it. Yadaka, verse 18, Kaya, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lakal, Wa, Makawam, Ashar, Yabakar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Ba, Atha, Wabanka, Wabathka, Wayabadka, Wayamathka. It's like it. Wahalaya, Ashar, Irika, Washamathka, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Bakal, Mashalak, Yadaka, verse 19, Ashamar, Laka, Pun, Ta'izab, Ath, Halaya, Kal, Yamayaka, Al, Adamathka, verse 20, Kaya, Yerakyo, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Ath, Gabawalka, Kaashar, Debar, Laka, Amarka, Akala, Bashar, Kaya, La'awa, Lapashka, La'akal, Bashar, Wakal, Awath, Lapashka, La'akal, Bashar. Verse 21, Kaya, Yarakak, Mamaka, Hamakwam, Ashar, Yabakar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lashawam, Shamwa, Shum, Wazabatha, Mabakwarka, Wama Taza Anka, Ashar, Nathan, Yahweh, Lakab, Ka Ashar, Tazayaka, Salaki, Tasa Yafka, Wakalka, by Asharyaka, Bakal, Awaf, Napashka. At verse 22. Akah, Ka Ashar, Ya'akal, Af, Hatazabya, Wa'af, Ha'ayal, Khan, Ba'akal, Nawab, Hatama, Wahatawar, Yakadawa, Ya'akal Nawab.
All right. So in Christ, clap it up. All right, we're gonna be reading out the book of Deuteronomy. Anybody know what the Deuteronomy means, or what's the significance of Deuteronomy? Anybody want to give it a shot? Deuteronomy is where Moses was given the laws, and he was speaking to Israel about going into the Jordan. So all the things, the promises and stuff like that that the Lord wanted us to know, this was given to Moses. Moses was giving the speeches, the sermons, and all that stuff to us, to nothing but Israel. There was nobody out there but us that he was giving these laws and statutes and stuff to. So with that, we're gonna keep on reading the English part of it. Part of verse 15.
Okay. Deuteronomy 12 and 15. Notwithstanding.
Read first 14 and get a little background on what we got going on.
Khan. Deuteronomy 12 and 14. But in a place which the Lord shall choose in one of thy tribes, there thou shalt offer thy burnt offerings, and there thou shalt do all that I command thee.
Okay.
Verse 15.
Notwithstanding, nevertheless, despite of, go ahead.
Notwithstanding, thou mayest kill and eat flesh in all thy gates.
You should kill and eat flesh in all thy gates? Okay, go on, keep going.
Whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So that means, what does this mean? This means that we can eat anything we want? Whatever inside the gate, we can kill. Anything that you lust after, we can kill and eat. So I mean, anything out there we can eat? Who said no? Why is that? That's right. What's that in Christ? So you want to give it a shot too? He was right. You want to add something to it?
Excuse me.
Because it says after everything you lust after.
As long as it's lawful, because the Most High put certain animals on earth for sinful food.
That's right. Most High, clap it up for them sisters. Exactly. Because you lust after something that you want to eat, shrimp, pork, and lobster, don't mean you can eat it. Like this we're saying, there's things that the Lord put on this earth that we may eat, that we can consume, that is considered food. I think what we get confused at because we think that we come before the Bible, and that the Bible we're gonna do what we want to do. Right. And the Bible's not real, so we come before the Bible. Most people think, but we understand the Bible comes before us, so we know what food is. Food is all the things that are in the Levitical law saying that we can eat. Everything outside of that was not considered food. So the shrimp, pork, lobster, those was not considered food. Right. Even though today's time we think it was considered food because we ate that back in the slavery time. We did that back then to survive, because what we was going through, even though we shouldn't have ate it back then. Right. If we would have followed the law, statutes, commandments, we probably wouldn't be we wouldn't be in a situation that we are in now. Absolutely. But back then we wasn't following the law, statutes, commandments, and we ate those foods to survive. Right. And they gave us the worst part of the food, the chitlins, and I try to say it properly. Even saying it properly sounds disgusting, right? Right. You ate the chitlins and all that stuff, man. This thing, the shrimp, the pork, everything we ate, and that was not food according to the Bible. Right. So we had to first go in and find out what is food according to the Bible, and then we eat those. And what's not food, we don't eat those. Right.
So I said, right. And the number one thing that you hear, especially out of Judah, oh, you grew up eating pork.
Exactly.
I mean, what are you still 12 years old?
All right. We grew up like you can't change. Right. Like you once you know better, you do better. That's right. And that's just what it is. You know better, you do better. So now that you know those things are unlawful, just because you lust after that pork chop and all that stuff, man, you don't eat it. Right. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? You know better, you do better. All right, keep reading.
Okay. Over. Sorry, whatsoever thy soul lusteth over, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God,
And that's the loophole, according to the blessings of the Most High God. Go ahead.
which he hath given thee.
Mm-hmm.
The unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as of the roebuck. And
So, like, if I could,
Mhm.
so just real quick for a question for the class. So, when we see that you can eat the flesh whatsoever your soul lust after, according to the blessing of the Lord that He gave you. Just a quick question: what would be the blessing that the Lord gave to our people? Just according to this scripture. Sis, you have it? No sweat. What's that blessing? Oh, sis.
Like when they be chicken.
Chicken. This is hungry. He was chicken. Yeah, the Lord did bless him with the chicken.
Yes, chicken is a blessing. Most High in Christ. But when we look at the scripture, how we were just saying earlier, according to the blessing that the Most High gave you, the blessing is the law. The law. That is the blessing. So now that you have the law, you're not going to be like these other people in the world. You're not going to be like these other nations, these other heathens. Now you know better, and you can be healthier, and you can be blessed according to the Most High.
That's right.
Right?
Like, I know, I understand what you're saying. So that chicken, it's a blessing. You know how they say I eat that? They eat the pork from Rudy to the Tootie. Hey man, I eat chicken from the beat to the feet. You understand? Hey, pause the chicken, I eat it, boy, from the beak to the feet, yo.
What a blessing.
What a blessing.
Slocky, so, you know, that's always the person who say chicken.
Yeah, chicken. All right, go ahead. That is the blessing.
Right.
That's exactly right. That's the blessing, man. And the law, that's commandments giving us that. The laws are the blessings, man. Gonna keep us out of a lot of trouble. Go ahead, keep reading.
Okay. The unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as of the roebuck and as of the hart.
Man, we're in a conundrum right now because you said the unclean and the clean can eat of all this stuff. So what does that mean? Does that mean we eat unclean food? And what does that mean when it says the unclean and the clean may eat of all those things? Anybody know? Where's this?
He's talking about us.
Mm.
Us that are unclean and clean.
Right. She's talking about the Moabites who are unclean and clean, right? Talking about the Philistines who are unclean and clean, right? We eat it. Nah, she's talking about Israel, right? Israel's who knows the law, who don't know the law, can eat of all the clean animals that the Lord ordained us to eat.
Right.
Whether they understand these scriptures or not, as long as they're eating those clean animals, because we consider to be clean. I mean, we're considered to be heathens. Anybody know what heathens are? I mean, if you watch old, Sanford and Son, they say, yo, heathen. They call them black people heathens. So the reason why they call it heathens is because in that time, what they're referring to is that if you wasn't in the church, and she'd call you heathen if you was outside the church. You wasn't reading the Bible. You wasn't doing what the Christians was doing, even though all the Christians are heathens. Right. But the heathens can be people who are of Israel who are just not following the laws. Those are what's considered heathens. So when you're reading the book and you hear and you see these words saying these are the heathens, you have to read in context to find out what they are talking about. There's one thing that we have never learned in school. Most of us never learned in school. I didn't. Was reading comprehension. Right. And I think the reason why we don't do well in Esau's world because we don't talk like them. We don't speak like them. So the understanding is thrown off. I used to think there was a problem with me, but it wasn't really a problem with me. It's a problem with how they was teaching me. Right. So we really got to understand the comprehension, reading comprehension, and understand that you got to figure out who the thy is, who the is. Those phrases, those prepositions, those personal nouns and stuff and phrases, you have to understand where they're coming from. And we never got to understand that. So we get it all misconstrued, thinking that anyone can be the heathen, which they can, but we're not reading in context of who at that particular time who is referring to. Right. So we really got to pay attention and read the Bible with your Christian goggles off. Take them crystal goggles, throw them away, and read it with it off. And if you start reading the Bible as a book, as a history book of your people, then you will start to understand. Then you will start seeing what that's talking about. Right. All right. Keep going. I'll start with the unclean. They eat thereof.
Okay. The unclean and the clean may eat thereof, as of the roebuck and as of the hart.
Roebucks and harts are animals, a deer and a young male deer. The harts, I believe that's what it was. Go ahead.
Okay.
If not mistaken. Y'all can look it up and let me know if it's right or not. Okay, I'm sorry. All right.
Verse 16. Only ye shall not eat the blood.
Not do what?
Not eat the blood.
I want mine, what do you call that? What medium? Was it raw? I want mine rare. Y'all want that rare, man. He said, do not eat the blood. So when you go out and get your steaks, ain't nothing wrong with getting a little pink inside of it. But our people like, I don't even want that. I want it well done. But you got the Esau, the Edomites, who love eating that stuff straight raw. And then sometimes our people see that and they want to eat it the same way, raw. It's like you're learning from the heathens. We're learning things and customs from people who are not of our people. And then we pick up those customs, then we teach our children. But this is one of the disgusting customs. If you pick that up, something's wrong with you.
That's right.
I mean, I've seen people not even cooked, just eat it straight up. Just as soon as they put it on the plate, they're eating it. That's crazy. Go ahead, brother.
So, Yahanna, question, if I may.
Yeah.
What temperature is lawful? Like the lowest temp that would be lawful?
What's the lowest tend to be lawful? I don't even go by temperature. I go by looking at the meat.
All right.
If there's blood in there, you're gonna cook it a little bit more.
So, like medium well?
You can eat it medium well to where it's very pink in there. You can eat it medium, that's not a thing. Medium well, I like mine like that. Medium well, pink, not no blood rushing. You can eat that. But that blood is in there and it's showing it's just dripping to the ground or it's dripping out of that into your plate. You might want to go ahead and tell them to cook a little bit more.
Right.
Go ahead,
Right.
sis. That answer your question?
Okay.
Go ahead, sis.
I think I was told that you press down on the meat, and if it's red juices,
Right.
out,
Yeah.
Right.
then it's undercooked. But
Yeah.
if you press down, it's clear juices. Then it's
Yeah. That's when you get that juiciness in there, man. So I'm not a what do you call them, culinary. So I could tell you what the temperatures are, but I do know if I stick my fork in that thing a couple times, like sister said, push down on it, and I see blood dripping up, I take it back and you cook just a little bit longer. And they'll have no problem doing that. So there you go with me.
It's supposed to be lower. It's supposed to be like 165 degrees.
There you go. There you go. 165. I don't know. But yeah, that's what it's saying. Could you read it again? It's verse 16.
Oh God. Oh, ye shall not eat the blood. You shall pour it upon the earth as water.
These are laws, man, that we're supposed to not. These are laws that they tell us not to do.
Right.
So when you see people thinking they're doing that, they think it's prestigious. They think they sit back and I'll take my medium well because they hear this stuff on TV. I know this because I used to think that, man, I must know something. They need to have cooked and they're using these words I had no idea, not knowing they're going against the law. Most say don't do that. If it's got blood in it, pour it to the ground. Don't even eat that thing, man. Cook it again. So all the things that I think that my oppressors are doing because they're prestigious and they're high and mighty on the chain, they were wrong. They were going against the laws of God. Going against the laws of God. So don't be fooled by people who think they are smarter and look like they're smarter and dress and they talk like they, enunciating words to where you don't enunciate that well because we come from different areas. But don't think they're better than you because they're not. Just because they come up with big words and they live in big houses and nice cars and have these like luxury jobs, they're disobeying the Most High God. And the Lord is going to have his feud with them.
Right.
Trust me, the Lord is going to have his meeting with them. You just make sure you're following what the Lord is asking, no matter what it looks like. You follow the laws of God, you can never go wrong.
Right.
You can never go wrong with it. Continue, verse 17.
Oh God. Verse 17. Thou mayest not eat within thy gates the tithe of thy corn, or of thy wine, or of thy oil,
Mm-hmm.
or the firstlings of thy herds, or of thy flock,
Mm-hmm.
nor any of the vows which thou vowest,
Mm-hmm.
nor thy free will offerings, or heave offerings of thine hand.
Why can't we eat the fifth of the corn and of the oils and the wine, so and the firstlings and the flocks, and why can't we eat the fifth of that? Anybody know? Within the gates. Within the gates? We should be able to eat this food.
So, lucky, sir.
Go ahead, bro.
If I could just reading this one verse alone,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds like it's almost like taxes when it comes to the Most High.
Right. But in this case, you're absolutely right. But we can't eat this food. Why?
Slakia.
Go ahead.
For sacrifice.
You're not wrong. Just sacrificing, but give me more.
Because it's the first of everything. It's supposed to go to the Most High. He wants your first.
You're absolutely
Your
right.
best.
So,
Go ahead.
sir.
Hold on. You want to take it, bro? It's just
Let me show you.
not this one. Not this one. These are lawful food. There's been a tithe of it. So why can't we eat it? Go ahead.
It's because it's for the poor.
It's for the poor, and also it's for the priest. Exactly. Those are we can't take part. We can't partake in those because if you gave a tenth, I mean 90% goes to you. So that 10% goes to the priest, like the sister said, so they can give to the poor and eat, so that our priests can eat, our Levites can eat. All right, keep going.
Okay.
Verse
Verse
18.
18. Verse 18. But thou must eat them before the Lord thy God, in the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
Uh-huh.
thou and thy son and thy daughter, and thy manservant, and thy maidservant, and the Levite that is within thy gates. And thou shalt rejoice before the Lord thy God in all that thou puttest thine hands unto.
That's what the sister was talking about. Now, when you come into a place where the Lord puts his name on, now we can partake in all those things because the Levites are there, giving out breads, giving out food. It's like today we have have holy convocation, and now you come before the maid servants, and that tells you everybody that was in the house came to service. They came and praised and worshiped the Lord, and those things. That's the time we ate the corn, the wine, the food, the offerings. That's the time that we partake in that. But we partook it in the house where the Lord put his name on. We can't partake that in some, I'm just gonna say it, some fake Israelite groups. The Lord didn't put his name on it. But hey, they do their thing. You understand? But we know the Lord is, we know who the Lord is with. Right. And we partake in those things because the Lord has put his name on here. Now I know you're saying, well, the Lord's name is not on the building, is it? Nah, it's not on the building. What does that mean? The place where the Lord puts his name on. You might want to break it down, give it a shot. Ain't no wrong answer. Well, it could be something. Go ahead, brother.
So, like you said, if I may, it would be where the spirit of the Most High is, or where it dwells.
Most High Christ. You want to add them to it? All right. Most High Christ. Clap it up for him. Exactly. Well, them brothers come in here and they do everything according to the Bible. Like you said, that spirit. When you're not eating shrimp, pork, or lobster, you're not robbing from each other. You're not stealing from each other. You're not selling dope to each other. You're not committing adulteries. You're not aborting your babies. All these places has been done right here. You follow every aspect of the law that the Christ had asked us to do, and we take on that spirit. That's where the Lord put his name at. Right. And Commander Yahanna has done that. He taught all of us what the spirit of, because I had no idea what the spirit of the Lord was. Before I came to I.S.U.P.K, I thought the spirit was literally. I thought I know we say that as a joke. But I really thought when you jump up and down and spin around and you run around, I thought that was the spirit of the Lord. I see the Christians do it all the time. And I'm not being funny. I thought that was exactly, running around. I thought, I'm like, damn, they got the spirit of the Lord. So I thought I never had the spirit of the Lord. So I thought I was just wrong because I never did that. I never ran around and jumped and this and that. So I thought the spirit wasn't with me. For some reason, I thought I was broken. I thought something was wrong with me. But wasn't nothing wrong with me with some of my understanding. That's not the spirit. Right. Spirit of the Lord is following his laws, that's commandments, man. That's that spirit. Putting on that spirit. If you are a football fan or a basketball fan, y'all are spirit. Y'all put the spirit on your team. Y'all watch the football team. Y'all put them Jets jerseys on. I know all y'all put the Jets jerseys on. Y'all make the name. Yeah. Y'all do all that. I know it. That's the spirit of them Jets. Or whatever team y'all with, them Falcons, them Dirty Birds. I used to like that though, them Dirty Birds. That was a hell of a name, them Dirty Birds. But anyway, that's the spirit. See, I took on the spirit of the Falcons. So we gotta take on the spirit of this Bible, take on the spirit of Yahushua. That brother gave us all the concepts, everything that we need to know to actually follow the Most High God. You understand? So that's the spirit. So all them Christians out there falling on the ground and just throwing up, you know what you got? You got a demon on you. Right. You have a demon on you. That is not the spirit of the Most High God. You understand? Right. You're not reading that in the scriptures. You read somebody falling out, foaming at the mouth, is because they have an unclean spirit on them. Right. That's what it is.
Salakia, if I could. That reminds me, just recently, there has been a video circulating. There was another Israelite group, who's known for wearing like one specific color.
Oh, the purple colors?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. And
damn.
Yes, and they were like having camp and such, and there was this woman who started speaking to them and started yelling like God's name, just screaming and saying how God was with her, how she'll follow everything that God would do. And then she got so excited, she started to almost throw up.
Oh man, she got the spirit.
Yeah. It's like, when if you watch the video, it's like, wow, something like really just possessed her. And what was so interesting was because that group sat there and they listened to her. They let her speak. And then once she was done speaking, she left.
Damn. See, they let the speaking, they let the demon speak.
Yeah, they let the demons.
My God, most high Christ. God dang, they let the demon speak. That's one thing we gotta learn. We gotta here in I.S.U.P.K and the Commander Yahanna, we learn to get them demons out. And then she ain't got no, it was it he or she. That demon has no place there, and we gonna spew you out. You gonna leave.
Right.
You got no place to speak on our platform. Only the men of the Most High God, only the Spirit of the Most High God is going to speak. Thus said the Lord. Ain't no demon teach me nothing.
Yes,
Only thing a demon can do is keep me aware of them. So, I see this a demon. I can identify them demons and keep it moving and then come up against it. That's the only thing I can learn from them demons. You understand? But yeah, I mean, that was my experience of spirits, of having the Spirit of the Lord. You understand?
That's right, you're right. And just like for them Christians, you know, the word rejoice don't mean jump up and down and hum shalalala, whatever that crap is you be saying. And
They say what that was again?
the hum shalalala, whatever that crap is they be saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Sound like Missy Elliott.
You know, singing and shouting. No, when he said rejoice and make a joy, that ain't what he was talking about.
I hear you. All right, let's keep going. All right. Verse 19.
Verse 19. Take heed to thyself,
Uh-huh.
and thou forsake not the Levite.
The who?
And forsake not the Levite.
Who are the so-called Levites today? Who said that? Oh yeah, just raise your hands. It's like you got, but you're right. Absolutely, like the Haitians. The Haitians are that. And who else are Levites? Well, I ain't gonna say that the Levites, but who's taking the place of the Levites? It's not even taking the place of the Levites, because even the Levites can be the priests. And I'm just gonna give it to you. The brothers up here that's speaking, the priests and prophets today under Melchizedek are the Levites as well,
Right.
because we do the ceremonies, we do the work for the Lord.
Right.
You understand? So anyone who takes this oil and pour it over their head, well, not yourself, but somebody who's in I.S.U.P.K, where the general say, you know what, this guy deserves or worked hard and showed his proof to be a worthy priest and prophet of the Most High, and that oil get poured over your head, you then there become a Levite, and you start to perform the duties of the Most High God has given you.
Right.
And that's not a light thing. You understand? When your sisters get your oil poured on your head, you're not Levites, but get that oil poured on your head means something seriously. That you change your name. You take it to change your name and say, you know what, I killed off the old person, became a new person. That's what it all means, man. So right now, them Levites, the prophets, and also the people who are the so-called Haitians, are the Levites. And it says, do not forsake the Levites as long as thou livest upon this earth. I mean, upon this earth, you're always going to have the brothers who are going to be doing the work of the Lord.
Right.
Always. All right. Keep going. Verse 20.
Okay. Verse 20. When the Lord thy God shall enlarge thy border as he hath promised thee, and thou shalt say, I will eat flesh, because thy soul longeth to eat flesh. Thou mayest eat flesh whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So now that should dispel the vegan against the meat eaters. You can eat meat. It says it right here. So when people say, oh, it ain't good eating that meat. It ain't good to eat meat. The Lord is saying, eat the meat, man. As long as it's lawful, eat the damn meat.
Right.
Now, if you want to be a vegan and a vegan and a vegetarian, do that. Do that. But you can't eat meat. Because I just had this debate, not a debate, a little argument before. People were like, you can't eat meat. It has all this stuff inside it. I said, so what do you? I'm vegan. Oh, you're vegan, so you eat all the plants and animals. You eat all the plants and stuff, huh? The vegetables. That's right. Well, they got pesticides on the plants too. Yeah, but it's natural. They're watching them. Who are they watching them? And how they perform the acts of how to go green. Wow. You don't know if they got pesticides, they spraying stuff on them or not. So same thing with the meat. We don't know what that's going on in that meat. We don't know if they feeding the animals crazy meat, whatever, or crazy food out there. We don't know what they're feeding them. What you do know is if you serve the Most High God and you follow laws, statutes, commandments, you are covered.
Right.
You are covered on it. You aren't prayed over it. You eat it because you're not back there watching what the cow is eating. You're not there back watching what they're spraying on your vegetables.
Right.
You're not watching that. They bring it out to you, you eat it. But if you follow the laws, statutes, commandments, you want to you want the Lord to go to work for you. That's what you need to do.
Right.
Keep laws, statutes, and commandments that way, and watch him eat whatever you have to eat that is lawful. It's his job to protect you. That's the Lord's job to protect you. Now, if you know what's in it and you've seen it, don't eat it. But therefore, you don't know what you're eating. The best thing you do to protect yourself and your family is to obey the laws of the Most High God
That's right.
and eat your food. Eat what's clean and lawful, and you'll be all right. But you had something to say? You gonna say something? Want to add on to that?
Oh, so I mean, so okay. So they say it's all natural to just eat vegetables. 'Cause I heard a lot of people say, oh, our teeth aren't designed to chew meat. Like, okay, right, for real. Hey, I said the same thing.
Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of people that say a lot of things against the Bible.
Right.
But if you go back, if you believe in the scriptures tell you can eat your meat.
Come on.
Now, if you believe in some other type of doctrine, some other group or what, then you know what? Hey, shalom, Lord be with you. I can't argue against that. Or in your mind, you think what it is. I can't argue with you in your mind, what you believe and what you don't believe. But if you're telling me you believe in the Most High God and you believe in these scriptures, we can go in scriptures all day and show you where you can eat the meat, no problem. And you can eat, if you want to be vegetarian, you can be vegetarian, no problem. Eat it. Doesn't matter. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki. I don't want, but you can't be vegetarian on Passover.
Exactly. That's a good point. You better eat that. Then you better eat. You can't even be what is that? Alcoholic Anonymous. You better drink that wine. You better drink that wine. You better eat that daggone lamb, and you're gonna serve the Lord. Even just a bite of it, or just a sip of it. At that day during the Passover, which is gonna be held in Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. You understand? April 1st. You know, saying clap it up for that. On that day, all that you had comes out the window. You better take a sip of that wine and eat that daggone lamb.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
All right.
So, Rocky, I can't be no rat. I can't be no.
Yeah, I need some meat. I need to eat some type of. I know y'all brothers out there. You can pause. I got it. I understand. I need to eat. I eat. What you say?
You might as well just go out there.
Clean animals.
Right.
There we
You might as well
go.
just go out there and eat grass.
Clean animals. I eat that.
Come.
All right. Keep going. Verse 21 is 21.
Verse 21.
Mhm.
Last verse. There's the place which the Lord thy God hath chosen to put his name there be too far from thee, then thou shalt kill of thy herd and of thy flock, which the Lord hath given thee, as I have commanded thee, and thou shalt eat in thy gates whatsoever thy soul lusteth after.
So what does that mean? Anybody can tell me what that means? If it's too far, you know what I'm saying? If the place where the Lord, the Most High God, has chosen to put his name on is too far from thee, you shall kill the herd and the flock which the Lord given you and eat it there. What does that mean? Anybody know? Go ahead, brother.
For like example, like say like if the Passover is Passover's in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. So say like you got brothers overseas that say they couldn't make it because it's too far for them to travel. They don't have the money to get there. They would go to their own flocks and kill their own animals and use that.
Damn right. That's right. Clap it up. That's right. All right. Shoot. It's 1 o'clock right there. We got one more verse? Oh, slack it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Verse 22 in English.
Verse 22. Even as the roebuck and the hart is eaten, so thou shalt eat them. The unclean and the clean shall eat of them alike.
Same thing the sister was saying. The Israelite who knows the law and don't know the law can eat of. Just as the roebuck and the hart, they can eat that stuff because there are people that's a clean thing. All right. I should go because I don't know. I think we're gonna end it right there. It's 1 o'clock. Yeah. Just in case we go to camp, not sure. That being said, we're gonna go ahead. Anybody got any questions, statements, comments? There's a lot going on in the world today, so if we just don't only ask questions about the scripture, questions about the world. Anybody got any questions, statements, comments about what's going on? Go ahead, brother.
So Halloween is past already, but during that month, is it okay if we watch like scary movies and stuff like that?
Well, first of all, you got extra parents. You can watch scary movies, but it's not unlawful to watch no scary movies. Ain't no lawful watching no scary movies. You got to watch. You just got to pay attention to is the message inside those haunted movies, those things. Just be mindful. If your parents say you're allowed to watch it, then you're allowed to watch it. But there's no law against it. All right.
So
Anybody
I
else?
just like seeing Edomites getting killed in the movies. That's why I like horror movies. That's as dumb as can be.
If I could. So when it comes to those scary movies, are you watching those scary movies just because it's Halloween, or you see what I'm saying? Because when it comes to that, it's like it's really like the reasoning, the spirit behind it. So let's just say like scary movies like is your thing. You understand? So like you'll watch scary movies just from time to time. You know, now they have to be playing scary movies because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And that's where the fine line becomes straight. If you understand what I'm saying. So like if you just happen to watch scary movies because that's what you like to do, it's so be it. It's not a problem with that. If you're watching scary movies because it's Halloween, then that's when you're subconsciously celebrating Halloween. That's all I'm saying.
It goes back to that spirit because I'm when it comes around the Christmas time of the year, I like watching little happy, jolly stuff. But I had to say, you know what, I'm not watching that stuff because it pushes you back in the spirit of what Esau is trying to push. So I don't even watch some type of things no more, man. But before I watched it, because I just like the whole happy, jolly. I love that message that was going on. But I can't even stand to watch it now because of the spirit it's puts out. So you got to check yourself in the spirit. Why are you watching it? And what you're getting out of it watching it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what determines between the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament, there was a gatekeeper that come in, can kill you for things that you were doing that was against the Most High. But the new, as far as the quote unquote the New Testament comes in, he's not there. The taskmaster is not there to watch you. So now you got to check yourself, check your spirit. Say, not just for the movies you're watching, but as far as the scary movie you're watching, for anything that goes on in life, you got to check your spirit. Even when you go to school, you see people doing things. You want to be part of the in crowd. You got to check your spirit. Damn, should I be doing this? Is it worthy? No, I'm not gonna do that, and refrain from even indulging those type of things. So you got to check yourself in the spirit. You understand? All right. Anybody else?
I mean, now we got that filthy, disgusting Thanksgiving coming up, and it's like seeing on videos and even at the slave, so they so excited about things. Oh, what I'm gonna cook? Oh, I don't feel like cooking this year, but I'm gonna cook this and that.
Yeah.
But, such and such want me to cook. My niece and everybody's expecting like.
That's right. That's right. You hear that a lot. Right. I hear that a lot on Thanksgiving time.
Right.
I ain't gonna cook nothing, but I guess I'm gonna cook now. Like normally they wouldn't cook, but since it's Thanksgiving in the air, they want to cook something.
Right.
They want to cook it. So if you didn't normally cook, then why cook? Because you got the spirit of Thanksgiving, of killing our ancestors. Now you want to cook? It's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't know. I'm thinking about celebrating 9/11 and what's that other one? The bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Hey, I understand. But everything. Got any other questions, comments, statements? Go ahead, bro.
Along those same lines, sir. Would it be unlawful to then cap off of those holy days?
As far as what?
Like as far as, let's say, Thanksgiving. If I'm a catering company and I cater for Thanksgiving events, would that be unlawful for me to do that?
What I would say with this, you check with your council, check with the camp leader, captain. They'll let you know. But in general, if that's what you do for a living, that's just your job.
Right.
That's just your job, and you got to work. In slavery, you do what you have to do. If that's the type of job, but I say get counseling in that area. Get counseling in that area. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Oh, and speaking of which, one last thing, like with slavery, I know a lot of these companies, they have them Thanksgiving parties and all that. Don't attend it. Yeah. Don't do it. No, just don't do it. Yeah. It's not worth it.
I will say what you were saying, Alonzo, if I could. What I was saying along the line, what you're talking about, if there's like and again, you got to check your spirit on as well. But if it's a white Black Fridays and you need stuff that's on sale and you need something for the kids or whatever you have to have, you got to get it that you couldn't get all year because it was so damn high. And go get it for that baby. Get your stroller that you need because it's going to be discounted prices because they're dropping it. Right. So there are things you can't take advantage of without being in the spirit of it. Things you take advantage of because your family needs it. And it's the time they're going to drop the prices. So around Thanksgiving time, they're dropping prices on food. Go get the food. Go get you. Turkey never did nothing wrong to me. Go get your turkey or something that you're going to get it. Because that's going to feed your family, not just for that day, for long periods of time. Right. So again, like I said, you got to check your spirit. Make sure you ain't doing it out of the whole holiday spirit or whatever they pushing. But if your family needs whatever it needs on those particular days, and Esau wants to drop the prices on them damn things and to feed your family or to clothe your family, take part in it. Go get it. But again, check with your own counsel. Check with your own counsel. Get counsel on it, and you'll be all right. All right. Anybody got any questions? All right. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close up. Amash. Oh shit. choose one of those.
Yes, Charlotte.
All right. Majum, Israel, Majum. Pray for the prayers.
Bakodam means the face of the east. So, this is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Alakbaka.
Alakbaka.
Abba.
Abba.
Zaka.
Zaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barakazah.
Barakazah.
Kawah.
Kawah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Akam.
Akam.
Yao.
Kal.
Wam.
Wam.
Asalaknawa.
Asalakna.
Kabawaknawa.
Kabawakna.
Asalaknawa.
Asalakna.
Kabawaknawa.
Kabawakna.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Kabayanawa.
Kabayanawa.
Wanasayawan.
Wanasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Awashayanawa.
Awashayanawa.
Hayan.
Hayan.
Right.
Right.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Ka.
Ka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ara.
Wala'ara.
Wala'awalamya.
Wala'awalamya.
Aman.
Amen. This is the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Sorry. The shouting must be seated. We'll do some prayers. Got them to write it down. Say again. Prayers. Blessed be you. That's what you good. There's anything to write something down with. All right. Do anybody have any prayers that they want to go ahead and give us 1 minute? We're gonna write it down real quick. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, sir. Are you ready? All right, go ahead, call your names out. Call the names out. If you have prayer, you want to pray for anybody, just call the names out. Give them time to write it down. All right.
Dugana.
Darius.
That's a different one right there.
You have to spell out.
I got it.
You got you. How you can say it? Write it down the best way you understand.
Hold on, so like I have Taylor, I have Dugana, I have Mia.
Darius.
Yes.
Rakamian. Danielle. Miss Hardy. Jeremiah.
All right. So I have Taylor, Dugana, Mia, Darius, Rakamia, Danielle, Miss Hardy, and Jeremiah.
Anybody else? All right, we'll sign Christ. All right, ready?
Okay.
Barak Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Washamarka,
Washamarka,
Akar Yahweh,
Akar Yahweh,
Panyawa,
Panyawa,
Alika,
Alika,
Wanakaka,
Wanyakaka,
Yashash,
Washash,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Panyawa,
Panyawa,
Alika,
Alika,
Vashamlika,
Yashamlika,
Shalom,
Shalom,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahusha,
Yahusha,
Barak,
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 Magun,
Magun,
Agun,
Agun, Taylor, Dugana, Mia, Darius, Rakamia, Danielle, Miss Hardy, and Jeremiah.
All right. Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahusha,
Yahushua,
the water,
the water,
Aman.
Aman.
What we said in English was Yahweh. Bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect. Sign Christ. That being said, we'll pass the class over. Priest and Officer Napash. Clap it up.
Here's the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We go to I.S.U.P.K start on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are live for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves over the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Ishura, that means 10 in the Hebrew, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the church department of teacher. Priest fund, free will offer a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. The next holy convocation is going to be the Feast of Hanukkah. That's going to be the 25th day of the 9th month, within the space of 8 days. The first day will start at December 17th, Saturday, sundown. You also can find this in the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 52 to 61. Remind Akim I walk in to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and a scarf. With that, give one church salute to the teachers. Men Israel, might them. Understand? Give worker salute to the teachers. Men Israel, a mighty Sabbath, a mighty Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Thumb. What I said to you, in the Lashon Kodash, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. Y'all them to top me, hands down. Sorry, turn to the sisters. Sisters, I might them. Okay, give one curse salute to Awakian, men Israel, a mighty Sabbath, a mighty Ra. Yahweh Shema Eldar B'Shem Yahushua. What I said to Awakian in the Lashon Kodash is, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Y'all them to the top, me hands down. Class dismissed.